Well, it's back to Fairview on Friday, but more importantly, the first meeting of 2023 is on the Fairview turf. We're back to the turf meeting after racing predominantly on the poly track. I think that the only race on the turf in the most recent past has been the first juvenile race of the new season, which was run there, I think, towards the back end of last year. Happy New Year to Nino Podesta. He's in Oudtshoorn, so apologies for the reception that we're getting because he comes and goes. But Nino, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Nico, and to all the Clock in the Gallup supporters. Hopefully hopefully they all got back home safely from the holidays and ready to start making some money.
Yeah, 2023. Of course, before we continue with Nino, I'll talk to you about the card at Fairview on Friday, the 6th of January, which is the turf meeting. But just before we do that, always important for us to just check in to see what we're doing at the moment. And people that have been watching Clock in the Gallup over the last couple of weeks and since our return at the beginning of the week know that we are in the midst of our Clock in the Gallup direct line, which started today. I think a relative amount of success was had by the team today. I know that the Yankee arrived, or several Yankees arrived today, so well done to the team on that. But we are continuing this now. Unfortunately, if you missed out on the Vaal meeting today, then you can still participate for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The big meeting, obviously, being the Saturday meeting at Kenilworth. And we are certainly very privileged because as Clock in the Gallup, Robert Bloomberg, the ringer, has sent us his selections as well for the Saturday meeting, which we will be including too in our submissions to you as part of our tips too. We'll certainly factor them in when we do our final selections. So that is it. It's the Clock in the Gallup direct line taking place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 250 Rand is the fee. And there are our details. You can deposit your money into the bank account and you send your name and mobile number as reference and then send the payment through to us on our email address, clockinthegallup@gmail.com, or our WhatsApp number, 079-390-5747, and you'll receive our New Year package tips bundle either via email or via WhatsApp, whichever you prefer. Right now, Nino's worked hard on a bipot, which we're going to show you. We're also going to go through a few races on the day tomorrow. But remember that the Clock in the Gallup direct line isn't necessarily a mirror image of whatever Nino tells us today, because the direct line is a combined effort of all the tipsters together. And there is healthy debate on each and every race. So let's go back to Nino. Nino, the bipot starts in race 1. We're back on the turf, which is good news. And the track condition is good, despite the fact that they have got rain earlier on today, Thursday, and they will get rain overnight. But the track condition looks like it'll come up as good on Friday.
Hopefully so, Nico. And then the meeting will stay on the turf. But just a quick word that I'm so excited about Robert Bloomberg coming on board. And, you know, I'm so eager to see or to hear his assessment of the Kenilworth card on Saturday. And I believe just his tips alone are worth 250 Rand. So yeah, great. Well done on getting Robert on board.
Thanks very much. Okay, let's go through the card. I just want to point out that there is only one scratching on the card when we're doing this on Thursday at 5:30 in the evening. Scratch race 2, number 5, London Road. So the only scratching on the card is race 2, number 5, London Roads. And that's the only information really that affects us as far as the changes are concerned there. Nino, this first race is the Maiden Juvenile Plate for fillies. It runs at 10-1. It's over 800 meters, the 800-meter scurry. A couple of them have run before, including Summer Odyssey, who was a clear second to First Origin. Would she be your natural first choice then, because she's had the run?
Yeah, definitely, Nico, and with any amount of improvement, unless there's a very good first timer, I think people can start the multiples with Summer Odyssey. Having a look at the breedings, I've come up with a main danger being number 3, the Sumanga Kamala ride for Gavin Smith. Il Delita.
Il Delita, yeah.
I don't see much speed in any of the other breedings here.
Yeah, no, the pedigrees.
You know, Nico, let's just be honest that, I mean, Summer Odyssey is going to improve from the first run. She was green. She's going to be much better tomorrow, and she's going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, I agree with that. Certainly, you can't pay for the experience on the track, and she's had the one run. So that is a confident selection for Nino in the first, number 7, Summer Odyssey. Race 2 is a graduation plate. It's over 1,200 meters. Now, in the second race, I can see a change for number 4, Forest Spy. They've taken the tongue tie off this horse. It only wore the tongue tie last time out, but it's now come off. So no tongue tie for number 4, Forest Spy. And we mentioned the scratching number 5, London Roads. What do you like in the second?
Well, I think Gavin Smith has got this race sewn up, and I think Forest Spy and Zatara Magic, those are the only 2 horses I like. Last time out, Forest Spy, 1,000 meter was a bit short, and she ran 3 lengths behind European Summer. I see the tongue ties come off, which is a good thing. Runs before that have been good, and Zatara's Magic has been taking on some stronger position there, and I think those 2 will fight it out. Jet Mirage, if he doesn't lose too much ground at the start, could be the horse to fill up the trifecta.
Okay, so it's really a Gavin Smith dominated affair in race 2, and just the jockey bookings would suggest so too. Forest Spy, Kamalo, Zatara Magic, JP, and Jet Mirage, Louis Courtois. So it is those 3 from the Smith Yard. The third race is the start of the PickSix, runs at 2 p.m. It's a Maiden Plate fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. Nino in the third. I'm just picking up here the 6 Little Miss KJ will race with a compression mask and not the pacifiers. The pacifiers come off 6 Little Miss KJ. Okay, let's have a look at your fancy in the third race. How are you going? How are you playing it?
I'm going 11. Forget the last run. Nico, I think 11 is the runner to beat tomorrow. Lady Katouche. Last time on the poly, put a line through that run. She was slow out. She didn't like the poly. Back on the 10, the newcomer to PE. And they drawn 1 and 2. So those are my 2 fancies for race 3, Nick.
No, you just broke up over there. Your other one was Honeyland. That's the one from Kelly Mitchley's yard, correct?
Yeah, the newcomer to PE.
Yeah. Okay. So you're tipping 11 as the first choice from number 2 as the second choice, if I'm getting you there correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is right.
11 from 2. Do you give the 10 any chance, Kilmonaveg? Do you give that any form of chance or not really?
I do. If you look at those tips that I sent you, yes, you'll see that I've tipped it 3rd or 4th. So I do give that a chance.
Okay. Okay, that's the third race. Now, race 4 is where it starts to get a lot meatier. It is the fillies and mares 78 handicap, and it is over 1,200 meters, runs at 14:35. I can confess here that there's just the one change. Blinkers go on number 6, Holly's View. You studied this race pretty carefully. What do you fancy here? It's a very tough contest in terms of being a handicap race.
I do, but you know what, Nico? I've come up with a value bet here. Number 1, Dame of Flames.
Right.
You have, can you look at the betting for me there?
Yes, I will. Whilst you do it, whilst you're telling us why you like it.
I want to know the betting of number 3, Rose of Bayou, and the betting of Dame of Flames.
Okay, I'm just getting there now. So this is the betting on a Thursday evening, by the way. In race 4, number 3, Rose of Bayou is 4-1, and number 1, Dame of Flames is 11-1. So almost treble the price.
Now,
why do you like it?
Okay, now have a look at the course and distance run about 6 or 7 runs back when they both ran behind Julian N.
Yeah, it was back on the 3rd of June. So they were in the same race.
Over course and
Yeah.
Rosa Bayou is only half a kilogram off, better off for a 3-length beating. I can't see a reverse that form line. Dame of Flames has been taking on the strong company. Penultimate run over 1900 meters on the poly did not stay. So completely forget that run. Yeah. Last time she ran in a strong race behind, twice to heaven. She's run behind, and we danced 3 times. Those are top class horses, Nico. Back over the 12, which I think is perfect distance for the 12 at Fairview. I think she's a massive runner at 11 to 1. Okay, there should so not 11... be so much between the 1 and the 3.
Okay, so you like 1 and 3, Dame of Flames and Rose of Bayou. Anything else that you picked up in that race?
And then I'll give Angel Debs a bit of a squeak. So I've gone 1, 3, and 7 in the bipot, but Dame of Flames is my clear first.
Okay, so that's a bit of a nugget there that Nino Podesta's come up with in RaceFour, number 1, Dame of Flames. Nino, I know that you've sent me a bipot, which I promised I'd put up because I think we owe it to all our followers to quickly run through. If you want the rest of Nino's selections, they are available on our direct line, and you can contact us to get the full. Well, it's not only his selections, it's the selections of the entire team for the Fairview meeting on Friday. But Nino is, I'm just struggling to get this up for some reason on the screen, but I'm hoping that we can get it right. Right, here we go. Here is Nino's bipot. Now, Nino, you're tipping us a 420 Rand bipot. You're loading up the last couple of legs here.
You know, Nico, I am. I can't make it any cheaper. I think the first, unless people want to take a chance and bank a Dame of Flames, but the last 2 legs are difficult. So I've banked the 7 in the first leg, Divine Summer Odyssey. Then I only went to 2 horses in the second, Forest Spy and Zatara Magic. And like I said, again, only the 2 horses, Honeyland and Lady Katouche. People could maybe want to bank a Lady Katouche and Dame of Flames. The third leg, I've gone the 3, like I said, Dame of Flames, Rose of Bayou, and Angel Debs. And then I've loaded up. I've put in Globe Tonic number 1, Bethel number 5, Psychedelic Eric number 6, Sanctity number 7, Let Me Go number 8, number 10, Classerie, and number 11, Roger the Dodger. And the last leg, I've put in number 1, Divine Dynasty, number 2, Millstream, number 4, Rosa Dorada, number 5, Global Goddess, and number 8, Just Power.
Okay, so those are looking like tough races. As you can see, Nino's loading up races 5 and 6. But to find out what the Clock in the Gallup team like for the whole day, in fact, and whether we do agree with Nino, then you can come on board the Clock in the Gallup direct line. Nino, thanks very much. Welcome back. I know that you're still in Oudtshoorn, but you are back in Cape Town because there's a meeting there on Monday, isn't there, in PE?
Yeah, there's a poly meeting. I'm leaving for Cape Town tomorrow. As you know, this holiday of mine has been nothing but disasters with my car breaking down outside Ladysmith. I've had to come back to Oudtshoorn, but my brother-in-law is taking me home tomorrow, so I'll be back in Cape Town tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Nothing like your home surroundings to greet you. And when we speak on Sunday night, because that'll be Sunday night that you and I get together for the Monday card. Great seeing you again, Nino. You're looking well, even though you've had a few hardships down there over the festive season. It's great to have you back on the channel. I'm going to be speaking to your mate MX tomorrow morning, up bright and early. So I look forward to that too. But thanks for your input tonight. And let's hope that we get it right for the punters tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, Nico. And I'm so excited to hear Robert Bloomberg's assessment of the Saturday card. So I'm sure everything's going to fall into place.
Okay, fantastic stuff.
I have no doubt about that.
That's Nino Podesta about Fairview Turf Racing on Friday. And that brings to close our program for this Thursday. Don't forget MX getting the show on the road tomorrow morning, bright and early. That's our discussion for Fairview.
Yeah. Just don't forget to tell MX American Landings running on the turf tomorrow. You can maybe have a look at it.
Ah, there we go. Yes, correct. I'll make mention of that when we get to that race. Thanks very much, Nino. Go well.
Okay, go well. Thank you. Bye. Bye.